Hey guys, my name is Emma. I'm gluten free because I'm celiac, and I'm going to show you one of the best things that you can bring to your holiday gathering this year. It's going to be a version of deviled eggs. Today we are making maple bacon deviled eggs. Sounds kind of intimidating. I know, a lot of flavor profiles going on in here, but trust me, they're going to be delicious. I have a pot of water starting to boil, and I'm just going to add a little bit of baking soda because when I tell y'all I don't know the science behind it, you don't have to throw the baking soda like I just did. It's going to make your eggs peel easier. Don't know why it's a thing, but it is, and I've never had any issues with my eggs when I do this. Aside from that, you're going to need some bacon. I like to use this bacon just because it does better in the microwave. You can totally buy a pack of bacon, chop it up, crisp it up in a pan. I just like this one because it crumbles better for me, personally, and I don't like the thick pieces of bacon on my eggs. I like them to be crumbly. You're also going to need some sweet relish, of course, salt and pepper. You can season these to your liking. However, if you don't like relish, you can omit it. I'm using Duke's mayonnaise because I'm from East Tennessee, and if you know, you know. Also, the star of the show is going to be this smokehouse maple seasoning from Grill Mates. This is what's going to make our bacon the maple-y flavor, and I love it. You can also add brown sugar. The restaurant that I got this inspiration from adds brown sugar. I just personally don't care for it. Once your water comes to a rolling boil, you're going to add however many eggs you prefer. This recipe you can really tweak it however you want as far as the eggs go. There's really no set amount for the filling. However, I'm going to do 6 eggs, which is going to give me 12 deviled eggs. So I'll do a breakdown of everything that we're going to need for those whenever we start making the filling. My water has came to a rolling boil, so I'm going to add in my 6 eggs. I'm going to set a timer for 12 minutes because I like to make sure that my eggs are done. Once those eggs come out, we're going to put them in an ice bath to chill for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to peel them. Once I've done all that, they're peeled, ready to go. I'm going to show you guys how to make the filling. My eggs have been cooked, boiled, and they are ready to be peeled. And I just wanted to show y'all how easy this shell is going to come off where we put baking soda in our water. So you're just going to take your egg and you're going to tap it on the counter, both sides. Then I like to do this very easily. And then it literally, once it gets started, it's going to come right off. Like, she's off. She's hardly any peeling. Yep, there it goes. Almost all in one piece. So believe me when I tell y'all to add baking soda to your water. I'm going to pop these back in the bowl just so I can rinse off any excess shell. Our eggs are all peeled. I just rinsed them in some more cool water just to make sure there wasn't any shells in there. And I'm going to put mine in one of these nifty egg trays. You can put them in whatever egg tray you have. I like to separate mine this way. I just like to take a knife and I don't cut through the egg. I like to just roll it around the side. That way it's not going to be perfect, but pretty much close to perfect. Now that those are all separated and in a bowl, I have taken my bacon and I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes on a microwave safe plate just so it gets super crunchy. And here's what we're going to do with the bacon first. I like to take a gallon-sized baggie and I'm just going to pick up all my crispy bacon pieces. I'm going to take this smokehouse maple seasoning and I'm going to throw some of that in there. That was probably a little too much. Measure with your heart. We are going to seal this bag up, let out the air, and then if you have one of, let's see here if I can get it out. If you have one of these nice little things, we're just going to beat this on the counter until it crumbles up into bacon bits. That only took a few taps, and now I have perfectly nice little bacon bits, and I probably might need some more bacon, so if I do, I'm just going to pop it in the microwave. Same thing, measure with your heart. For the egg yolks, I'm going to take a potato masher just to mash those up. I find it easier to do with a potato masher just because it breaks up the pieces a lot better than the fork and it's not as messy. Now that I have all those yolks mashed up, I'm going to take this is a ½ cup of mayonnaise, and I'm just going to plop that in there. Also, these things are great, by the way. You can put solids on this side and it just puts it right in there. Love these things. That seemed to be the perfect amount of mayonnaise, and so now I'm just going to take about a heaping spoonful of relish and just pop that right in there. Mix that in. Once that's all mixed in, I'm going to go in with my crumbled bacon and add all of that in there. Some people like to put it on top. I, however, like to have mine mixed in because it's not as messy. I'm also going to go ahead and add my pepper. Just a couple of zhuzhes there. I'm also going to add a touch of salt. I don't want to add too much because to me, Duke's mayonnaise is plenty salty enough. And so we also got some salt from that smokehouse seasoning. So I'm just going to do about 2 shakes of that. We're going to get this all mixed up together. Once she's all mixed together, this is what it's going to look like. Sorry, there's a glare, so you can't really tell that well, but everything is well incorporated. I'm going to give her a little taste just to see if it needs any more seasonings. Honestly, I think that's perfect. There's so much flavor from the smokehouse seasoning, the salt and pepper we added, the mayo, the bacon. I feel like everything's well incorporated. So now we're just going to work on filling our eggs. Now to fill our eggs. You don't have to use a cookie scoop, but I feel like it's a little easier just because it proportions it out and you don't have to worry about it getting stuck in a baggie while you're trying to pop it in there. So I like to use, this is just a little mini scooper. I think I got this from Walmart, super affordable. And you just plop your filling right into your eggs. You can put as little or as much as you like. Also, I feel like it kind of makes them look a little bit more clean. That way they're not as messy. And that's it. Our eggs are all finished. I went ahead and topped them with some more of the smokehouse seasoning. And I'm also going to add a little bit of paprika as well because I really like paprika on my eggs. If you don't, you can leave it out just like anything in this recipe besides the mayo that makes the deviled eggs. You can leave it out. Do it to your liking. Taste with your heart. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a happy holiday season. And I hope that you'll take these to your next family gathering.